Hey guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and today we've got something a little bit different. Just the disclaimer before we even get into the video is pretty much just going to be me talking, basically like a podcast-like environment. So there won't actually be much happening on the screen, but the NXT Takeover New Orleans logo you see, not even the official one, but the best I could find. So if you want to sit and browse the web, we've got this on in the background. Please feel happy to do so. First thing is you'll see in the title as well, not only is this a NXT predictions video, but there also is an announcement. It's nothing major, but I just want to say that due to the request we've had on a video, that the WWE TEW save will be made available again. This request was done by Joe Davis recently. The issue is because I do like to book in advance, it won't be up until the Royal Rumble, because that's where I'm at right now. I did have a proper 3 months hammering of the game, and I've got as far as booking the Rumble and on the road to Mania. So it might be a couple of weeks before that is out. You're probably talking the middle of May, but that has been uploaded. And as I say, because of spoilers, I do need to keep it attached to that video. But as soon as that video goes live, it'll be in the description. But of course, it is on the wrestling. It is the WrestleMania weekend. It's an exciting time of the year. Actually kind of depresses me a little bit every time. Once you've done a WrestleMania weekend, there is no experience quite like it. So, just knowing that and seeing all the videos and images of people going to Access and Access looking pretty similar to when I was there, your various events over the weekend, your WrestleCon Super Show, all your other independent events involved, just to name a few, experiencing that, there is nothing quite like it. I mean, if you ever get an opportunity, go to a WrestleMania if you can. It's certainly my to-do list again. I'm definitely open to do it when the time is right. One of the experiences that I enjoyed the last time, which was truly unreal, was of course NXT Takeover Dallas, which obviously at the time saw Nakamura debut against Sami Zayn. We had Finn Balor against Samoa Joe, the Revival against American Alpha, and of course when Asuka won the NXT Women's Championship against Bayley. It's obviously the big NXT event before WrestleMania. Of course, the first WWE event we have, of course, the Hall of Fame, which should be a good ceremony. That's going to be tonight. A lot of good names go on that, probably from my era, effectively. The Attitude Era was probably the time I was really into wrestling to start with. So obviously Ivory was obviously one of the predominant female figures at that time, going through with the Right to Censor group. You had Goldberg with WCW. As I say, we had both WCW on TNT at the time after Cartoon Network shut down, and of course you had Raw on Sky Sports at the time. And yeah, of course you've got the likes of, I just went off the top of my head, you get Jeff Jarrett going in there, the Dudleys of course, just to name a few. I've not got the list in front of me. Mark Henry of course as well. I don't have the list in front of me, so I may be forgetting names. But let's get to the matter at hand today. That's just obviously just advising what is coming up tonight. But tomorrow is of course NXT Takeover New Orleans. It is the one where there's been many NXT Takeover before that I've watched, and I haven't watched the NXTs beforehand, and I've just been like, wow. I went into Gargano versus Cien Almas, not watching any NXT episode beforehand, and left it going, oh my god, this is incredible. Johnny Gargano is the greatest babyface wrestler ever. That was my thoughts on that. But I've watched a few episodes, I say not a lot. As I say, it's just because it's not effectively live, I haven't watched it, and I've just not moved back and watched it on demand. But obviously, I've saw the last 2 episodes, so got a rough idea where we're going here. So I'm just going to run through a few predictions, and of course, I'll do the same for Mania in a future video. So I'm going to start off. It seems every title is on the line in every match, apart from one, which is of course the unsanctioned match. It is of course Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. Unsanctioned match. If Gargano wins, he'll be reinstated to NXT. If Ciampa wins, Gargano's banned from NXT forever. Not a lot to say about this feud apart from, wow, it's been ongoing, you could probably say, for 2 years, since the Cruiserweight Classic match. They obviously teased a bit of tension there, but great moments and finally winning the tag titles. We all knew the news about Ciampa's injury, and how they writ him off was just absolutely fantastic. Proper dastardly heel tactics, and if I'm going to be honest, I say this match could a few matches could be amazing, but this is certainly one I'm looking forward to. I don't expect it to be a per se wrestling match. I expect this to be just a brutal war. Whether weapons get involved, I don't really think it matters. You know what I mean? These two will be hard hitting, just because there's so much, such a personal feud, and it's credit to both guys. As I say, in this one, I personally think it's Gargano who loses. As I say, I feel Ciampa coming back off the injury gets the win and gets some momentum going forward. As I say, that will carry him on for the next couple of months. I think Gargano goes to the main roster, slot in nicely on there. Ciampa won't be far off, but as I say, it's a credit to both guys. You know, the feud's been absolutely tremendous. I'm not a massive indie watcher. As I say, I think the first time I'd seen Gargano and Ciampa in person was obviously learning about the Dallas shows, and yeah, they're just really, really good, and I expect really good things from this. So my prediction, Tommaso Ciampa. Next up on the list here, I'm going by Wikipedia's list of matches. We have, of course, a ladder match for the inaugural NXT North American Championship. This, of course, beautiful looking title, and it sees Adam Cole versus EC3 versus Killian Dane versus Lars Sullivan versus Ricochet versus the Velveteen Dream. A few things I want to say on this one. Blows my mind the fact we're actually going to see Ricochet in a WWE ring. Two, the fact that Killian Dane is in this match just shows, you know, WWE must have a lot of faith in him. You know, he obviously got the WrestleMania Battle Royal previously, not long after he joined, but it just shows as well, you never know how talented the local talent is around you until instances like this happen. Fair enough, he's from Belfast, but it predominantly worked in, as I say, the Glasgow area. And, you know, to see him, Alistair Black done a lot of work in Glasgow, and Nikki Storm as well. To see all of them, you know, pretty big names on NXT, and you'd like to think there'll be good names with the WWE going forward. It just shows you that you never quite know what's on your footsteps. So definitely check out any local shows, because you do not know who could potentially make the jump. And there's certainly a lot of guys and girls in the Glasgow scene at the moment that could certainly make the jump up to this level. But this matchup, as I say, I actually like everything in this match. You know, I no issues with Adam Cole, quite like his work. EC3, very good character. Killian Dane, I just think is just the stuff he can do for his size is incredible. Lars Sullivan, well, people remember he did sign at the same time as Braun Strowman. Of course, he was the former Dylan Mile, I believe, or a name like that. But the limited stuff I've saw of him, he reminds me of Kane, and it's a good. It just looks very destructive. I really do like where this character is going. Ricochet, obviously, can just do insane shit, and Velveteen Dream, like everybody else, has just been completely impressed by him as time went on. Personally, I think it's going to be the Velveteen Dream that takes the win. I just feel EC3 is probably going to be bitching and moaning coming out of the match with Rio, which would make sense. Ricochet will do some really, really cool stuff, but I just don't think he needs the title just now. Killian Dane and Lars Sullivan will be in there to just show how awesome they are, how destructive they can be. Adam Cole will talk about it more so in the next match. But Velveteen Dream, I just think it's time, you know, that I think the championship goes to him and it tells a good story. So I'm going with this one, the Velveteen Dream. Next up is the Triple Threat Tag Team match for the NXT Championship and the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. The Undisputed Era, with Bobby Fish's injury, sees Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly defend the championships against the Authors of Pain, Akam and Razar, with Paul Ellering, and the makeshift team of Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. This one, as I say, I've watched about the tournament. There's a lot of interesting teams that have been a part of it. Interesting to see TM61 just not getting anywhere at all. They just seem to be continually stalling in the main roster, the NXT roster, but their time will come. Very, very talented team. Liking what I saw from the Street Profits, there's definitely character potential in Montez Ford. I didn't see him wrestle. He just done the stuff with Ellering, so it's hard to say, but maybe they see him as a singles athlete down the line, and maybe doesn't bode so well for Angelo Dawkins, but it's wrestling, you never quite know. But In terms of this, I've got the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly picking up the win here. Reasons being, I don't obviously know where this is going to position in the card, but I just feel like Adam Cole won't win the North American Championship. In this one, I feel there's going to be tension again between Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne, which will cause them to kind of combust and then fight each other. Two guys that I am absolutely impressed with anytime I see is Akam and Razar. It's how good they are for as young as they are. Like, I think one's like 23, the other's like 24, or maybe even around about that age, but to be just so dominating, such a presence about them at such a young age, it's like they could honestly be a formidable tag team for 10, 12, if not plus years, if their passion is definitely going to stay with wrestling. Because I know they've had other passions in the likes of mixed martial arts, but these two just continue to impress me. Because they've already won the Dusty Tag Team Classic, I don't think they need it again. And personally, I believe they are destined for the main roster pretty soon. But for me, Undisputed Era win through. We'll go with shenanigans. Next up, singles match for the NXT Women's Championship. Ember Moon against Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler gets a lot of hate from a lot of people, but I've got no issues with her at all. As I say, she's different. If every women's wrestler was the same or every male wrestler was the same, what would be the point? I feel like they do need to issue in that next era of women's wrestler NXT. It just felt like it was the Four Horsemen era, then it was Asuka. Ember's had a small spotlight, but I think she's pretty much ready for the main roster. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets called up. And I think you go with Shayna Baszler. You get plenty of talented women down there that deserve an opportunity, or maybe just deserve TV time to develop their characters and properly get over. You know, you could name a list of women that were in the Mae Young Classic. You know, you could bring up the likes of Nikki Storm could easily do it, or Nikki Cross, sorry, could easily do a job in there. Iconic duo if they don't go to the main roster. You likes of Lacey Evans could do with some time, properly developing her character and getting that over and getting that experience on takeovers as well. If you keep going further down, you get Candice LeRae in there now. Pending what they want to do is Zelina Vega. You know, you've got Rhea Ripley, you've got Tanara Conte. There's a lot of women in there that I feel there's massive potential there, and it's just about giving them the right, not just giving them the right storylines, but remember, this is developmental. It's one thing to work in front of the crowd you see at Full Sail, but you know, putting them in these spotlights and giving them these opportunities at takeovers, you know, that 20,000 roughly crowd that's going to be around about there. I mean, it's just, I feel like if they can give more of them opportunities, you know, it's certainly going to show, you know, that how much depth that this women's roster could have, and I'm really excited to see which NXT athletes get called up for a chance in the Battle Royal to perform, of course, in front of 70,000. I think Baszler will be in there. I'd like to hope Nikki Cross would be in there, as would be the Iconic Duo. Ember Moon. After that, as I said, I'd like to see some surprises, just like we did with Killian Dane when you get that call up a few years ago. But for me, Shayna Baszler wins the title and brings in a brand new era of women's wrestling to NXT. Of course, she can be a slight trial run for Ronda Rousey, because they could match her up with kind of obviously similar skill sets. And last but not least is of course the main event for the NXT Championship. It is a match between the champion, accompanied by Zelina Vega, as of course Andrade Cien Almas against Aleister Black. No one has ever 360'd as much in the NXT career as Almas. Absolutely incredible showing with him and Gargano, as I said previously. It won't be the same sort of babyface fire from Aleister Black, but I do expect this match to be incredible, just on the basis of two extremely talented individuals. For me, Aleister Black wins. It's Aleister Black's time. More than capable of carrying the NXT brand for a bit before obviously it's his time to go up. But I think with Zelina Vega by his side, the development in the Cien Almas character, it's time for him to lose, and it's time for him to head to either Raw or SmackDown Live. So just to go over those predictions again and confirm who I'm going for, we have got Tommaso Ciampa, Velveteen Dream, the Undisputed Era, Shayna Baszler. So unfortunately that's 4 heels, 4 heel tandems before the babyface win at the end for Aleister black. So that's just my thoughts and opinions anyway. Let me know what you guys are thinking of for NXT TakeOver New Orleans. Let me know if you're looking forward to the Hall of Fame, who you're most excited to see get inducted. But let me know your predictions for that. And hopefully by tomorrow we'll have a WrestleMania predictions video up as well. So cheers for watching. If you enjoyed it, as I say, a wee thumbs up would be appreciated. As I say, check out the other stuff. There's going to be plenty of TEW content going up across this week. Last couple of days there's been some. And of course you'll have your usual pay-per-view on Sunday. I believe it is the Mae Young Classic for 2020. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye bye.